This is a video I never thought I would have to make. The conservative base, the MAGA base that elected Donald Trump, is being divided. It's absolutely being split into halves. This is a civil war, and we're seeing it unfold on social media. There are a lot of social media channels and YouTubers, Twitter creators, influencers, I hate that word a lot, that are now doing the work of what I would say the Democrat Party. I haven't seen any Democrats really come out with as loud of voices as you're seeing on the right. There's some large channels, you know exactly who they are, that have really rode the coattails of Donald Trump all the way to the bank into building these larger than life social media empires to where they get a desk at CPAC. They get all the trendiest interviews. They get paid by the United States Army to go make recruiting ads. And then there's some others that are, also along those lines that are, you've known to trust, or you've learned to trust them. Okay. And maybe you've learned to trust me. I'm seeing even here on my channel, which is much smaller than some of these larger guys. And I am probably a pimple on the side, on the butt of YouTube with the size of the followings that they have. We're seeing this divide. We elected Donald Trump to do a handful of things. Number one was fix the border, the economy, inflation, get rid of, we want mass deportations. I still want voter ID. We wanted those things. And we wanted to release this information and these investigations. We also voted Donald Trump into office because of the radical change that we needed to happen. Under the Biden administration, we went down some avenues that were right on the cusp of losing our personal freedoms, losing our ability of free speech, gun ownership. Our border was a sieve. And now Donald Trump came out just the way that he knows how, meets the problems head on. And he called out some of these MAGA influencers, or what I would call woke right MAGA influencers. They wore the red hat until they got too big for it. I think their heads got too big for the red hat. And I don't know how many of these channels think that they are bigger than you are. They're bigger than the Make America Great Again movement, because they're not. And if they claim to be, or if they think they have that much influence over the president, he just shut it down. And I think that's what he needed to do. You know these channels that I'm talking about. This is a psyop. If you do any sort of studying into the way coups happen, into the way takeovers happen, overthrows of government, delegitimizing elected leaders, this is how it happens. You plant just enough little seeds in the garden to ruin that whole crop. And we've got a cash crop growing right now. And there are some people that need to really come out. And I wouldn't say answer for what they're doing, because their subscribers, their base of followers, are going to provide those answers for them. But here on my channel, I talk about what we're accomplishing. If you wanted to see how bad the government's doing, if you wanted to see Donald Trump's failures, if you wanted to see all of the bad things, go watch CNN. Go watch Midas Touch. Go watch Brian Tyler Cohen. Go watch David Pakman. And now you can go watch some of these conservative influencers that are also highlighting the same things. Is Donald Trump perfect? Hell no. There's no one that's perfect. There was, but he's not here and he's coming back soon. But that's where I'm at right now. I've been criticized for drinking the Kool-Aid, the hopium. Well, keep that criticism coming, because I'm going to keep talking about and now talking about the people that I trusted. And I feel a little betrayed. I feel like they gave me a bad bag of goods. And I hope some of you see what's happening. If you want to fall into that trap, go for it. But there's going to be no coming back for some of this. Over the last 6 months, our economy is running hot. I'm talking redlining. The investments in the United States, amazing. Donald Trump has access to informations, to documents, to files, to briefings that a lot of these influencers don't, myself included. And I believe part of the reason that they feel left out is Donald Trump promised this release of information for Jeffrey. I think if you really just step back for a moment, the whole thing started under Bush. Then you had Clinton. Then you had the other Bush. And then you had Obama. And then you had Trump and then Biden. So to not believe that some of these files, some of this documents were either destroyed or altered or changed, removed, added to, if you really believe that that is not within the realm of the capability of Clapper, Comey, Brennan, Bill Barr's dad, Christopher Wray, former FBI director, Mueller, Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State. She traveled all around the world. If you believe some of those things could not have happened, like Donald Trump talked about in his True Social post, maybe you need to rethink the capabilities that you're wanting to believe or trust the government with. Because I think that is where I'm at right now as well. For years, we blamed a lot of these bad actors. And to suddenly now not have that same level of blame on them, that's a psyop. This is MK Ultra at its finest. And it's playing out right in front of you on this YouTube sphere, the creator sphere. It's epic to watch. We're really starting to see who is in our camp, who's not in our camp. Donald Trump has a cabinet. I trust his cabinet. Could some of them do things better? Absolutely. Did some of them go and write checks that their investigations couldn't cash? 1,000%. Did Donald Trump say some things campaigning that maybe he can't complete or follow through on? 1,000% agree. I would absolutely be lying if I told you that wasn't the truth. And I'm not here to lie to you. I'm here to give you my opinion, and I'm an expert on my opinion. But I'm going to tell you right now, enjoy the wins. Be skeptical, criticize, but stick together. We do not need to do the Democrats' work for them. I am not in that game, because if you do, 2026 is going to get ugly at the midterms. 2028 is going to be uglier. And the midterms, if the Democrats continue to allow, and they're allowing, they're just watching us rip each other apart. We're doing all the work. You get a Democrat-controlled Congress and House in 2026, Donald Trump will be impeached on day one. J.D. Vance, gone. That whole dynamic will be destroyed. You want 4 more, or you want 2.5 more years of investigations? You put them in charge. Do that, I think you'll regret it. This is a time to come together, if you want. But Donald Trump has laid down the gauntlet the only way that he knows how. Bold, brazen, and in your face. This is the Ben Dykes News Channel. I'm headed to work. You guys take care. I'll see you on the road.